Okay, so as you can see here, this game has a lot of pointless dialogue scenes. This is what I had to sit through while playing off camera. The one that plays when you first get to the Xbox continent, though, is kind of half resembling plot. In retrospect, having gone through all this, I realize that even though the game is kind of non-linear, it is very much designed with the assumption that you're going to hit the 360, then the Wii, and then the PS3. The way I played it, I went PS3, Wii, 360. Which means that the one boss I fought that actually halfway put up a fight and required me to not be using the worst possible equipment and also the wimpiest heals. That was basically the hardest boss in the game before the end game.
No, that is incorrect.
And I fought it at a far, far lower level than I was expected to.
It was destiny. Something beyond even
so, you know,
control.
When I moved on to this other stuff, I really stomped over everything. Bosses didn't get turns through the whole 360 area.
It is true this tome contains everything in this reality.
But anyway, yeah, in addition to the balancing of the fights, this little plot scene here that kind of sets up what passes for tension in the game. This is really designed to be something that you see right after you get out of the tutorial. I also noticed, too, playing around this, that buttons do stuff. There's no button to just, like, get right out of the cutscene, but there is one to pull up a log that's been set in it so far and scroll back through it and replay clips. And there is one that makes it go through the whole thing at, like, warp speed, which is really handy if you for some reason want to play through this game without listening to any of the wonderful dialogue. I could have done it the whole time through, but that would feel like cheating to me. And, you know, I'm going through here trying to find the choicest bits to share with the rest of you. If I were to play through the game a second time, I'm sure I would just skip everything that way. But why would anyone ever want to play through this game a second time? Or a first time? I mean, only on a terrible dare is this game ever going to be played by anyone remotely sane. And yes, now we're getting out of that almost plot to more inane drivel. Let's watch together, shall we? Because it's pretty bad. Oh yeah, that was me just showing off the high-speed thing. And again, whenever you see this whole thing where there's numbers in the clips, those are only in the archive version. There's no gap between these in-game. It's just, you know, fade to black real quick. Here's the bedroom. And here's some terrible sleaze. But yeah, the bulk of the game, honestly, is just this whole go to each continent and get the little MacGuffin key fragments there. And to pass the time, in addition to a bunch of just like one-off garbage, there's kind of a little tiny mini plot thread for each planet, continent. The 361 is the whole Evil Corporation Tech Expo thing. The one for the Wii is this thing about people taking illegally burned game discs, which will summon monsters if you try to use them, which they kind of really dropped the metaphor ball on that one. And then the one for the 360 is really even more half-assed than the rest of it. There's this whole thing about the church and a bunch of aristocrats like secretly being at war with each other and trying to use you as a go-between to do whatever. It really doesn't go anywhere or even start going somewhere. It just kind of fizzles out. There actually seems to be much less game on 360 content than the other ones for some reason. Which again goes with that whole intended play order thing, where here's the nice little easy one you're supposed to do first because it's so short, and then here's the other two.
What the hell is this perverted crap?
That right there, that is one of the many, many, many lines of dialogue in this game that I'm almost tempted to go back through all these cutscenes and just compile them. You can make a huge montage of scenes where it looks like the game is apologizing to yourself for how terrible it is. There are seriously a lot.
Lady Greenheart will arrive shortly. Please keep in mind who you
But anyway, yeah, here's the introduction of the 360 character. Put on your peril-sensitive sunglasses, I suppose, because this is going to be painful. Ready for it?
You are the one the
Here we go.
wished me to see?
One thing I do have to say about 360 though is first and we have the whole jiggle for the song tag image again. But the thing with the 360 is that the voice actress for the 360 doesn't care about this job at all. Like, she gives the flattest line reading I've ever seen. Doesn't even try with all this, being tired stuff. Just reads it straight. And again, I appreciate the situations where it seems like everybody involved in the game hates it just as much as I do. That, gives me some hope. Like, anybody who's proud to put this on their resume, they're a terrible person.
Oh no! Lady Greenheart, can you stand?
Yes, just slide over, you big creepy pile of hair and boobs.
Do you have a speech impediment? Or are you that nervous? I'm done for.
You have to appreciate too how her chest is almost framed by the weird little border on the text box.
Don't fall asleep.
But
Please,
yeah, here you can see the whole not even bothering with the sleepy sounds, which again, I appreciate it. What I don't appreciate is this scene here kind of ruins the one almost halfway likable character by giving her a stupid crush on this creepy freak. And oh, this line. Yeah. That's almost an actually funny joke. It's a reference to how if you, just slightly bump it all at 360 while it's running, it'll kind of just kill the disc in it and die on you. But no, we are taking the ultra classy move of phrasing it like a creepy sex joke about a little kid for some reason. Stay classy, Neptunia.
It's no problem.
And yeah, this is actually like a crazy long series of scenes. I'm not even giving you the whole thing here. Like 5 back-to-back chunks in the archive that I'll play at once. Right here. I'm just giving you 2 of them. It really is one of those, half an hour of just hitting X to get through text because of the game. I was tempted to actually reload to that point in the game and show you, but I don't want to go through all of that with you. Even this is a bit much.
I'm talking about an online game. Don't you ever play games?
What I do want to say though is,
You've been there.
well, first of all, okay, look at her arms. Now, apparently it's actually just these really weird gloves, but it doesn't look like she is just like shoving her arms down the front of her big poopy skirt or something like that. That's just hideous.
Be normal.
But yeah, like I said, the American voice actress for the 360 is so apathetic that I'm kind of amused.
I was getting bored though. Everyone was so bad.
The other thing to notice with the personalities of these ones is so the 360 is all super nice and sweet and tired for some reason. The Wii is just this like horrible, irritating, angry monster. And the PS3 is all, it's not because I like you, And those personalities, just looking at personification of video systems, make no sense in the logical real world, where, the Wii is kid-friendly, and the 360 is all about being all grim and gritty and mature and Western. But what I realized is I guess those personalities do make sense from the perspective of the developer here. Because, okay, think about it.
Also, stop calling
If you
me
showed
Lady.
this game,
Just
or
refer to
anything
me as
like this
whatever
game to
comes
Nintendo,
next.
asking to publish it on their system,
I couldn't do that.
you would get a door slammed in your face so hard, because they have some basic dignity and self-respect.
I'll call you by your nickname. Does that make it easier, Iffy?
The 360 is, never been doing that well in Japan. So yeah, they're going to be super nice to any Japanese developer just trying to get, some support from that direction. And the PS3, well, they approved this game. So there you go. But yeah, the other thing I want to show you is, oh yeah, I'm going to say this again. With how horrible that dialogue was, and how poorly read, I really had to double check what it's like in Japanese. And I'm going to be quiet here and just let you listen to this garbage for a little bit.
はい、私はアイエフと言います。女神様とこうしてお話ができて、とっても眠そうですね。やっぱり徹夜明けは答えますわね。なんだか足元もフラフラして、ちょっと支えていただけません？
Feel like you need a shower yet? You haven't gotten to the scratch line yet, Again, I'm still amazed at those load screens.
グリーンハート様、ちゃんと立ってください。どうすれば？
They're so long and so frequent for nothing. All we're doing is swapping out the background between these two static images that we have all the time. Well, sorry, not quite static. They have that creepy breathing breast bounce thing going on. Yeah, bask in the horror.
初めて会う方は大体そんな堅苦しい話し方をなさいますの。でも私、スキンヘッドの方はちょっと。そっちはバカですわね。それは本体ですわ。
This game is rated T for teen. The ESRB dropped the ball. The sequel fixes it up, though.
Great how we were nearly buried alive.
Anyway, moving on.
Do you think we were tricked?
Like I said, the 360 second is much shorter than the other ones. I had to fight the PlayStation 3, I think it was 4 times over the course of slogging through there, just randomly getting attacked in the middle of doing random garbage. I think it was 2 or 3 for the Wii. The 360 you only have to fight once for some reason in here.
It's been a while, but I suppose
And like I said, just laughably easy fight. And I forgot how vile that character design is. I can't put the screen.
She looks like you after you
It's just
kinda.
it doesn't get trashier than that.
Oh, I was hoping Iffy would be able to discern my
What would you even call that thing? It's like
Conversacion told me the poisoning incident was all your own
a
act.
necklace,
Was your goal to bring down the Basilicom
a
by
collar
spreading a
that basically
story
covers your
about
that
being
barely
poisoned
covers
by
your
them?
nipples. It's just gross. It really is.
Why would I want to do that? I almost died, you know.
I wish I could trust you, but
But anyway, yeah, we've got this whole thing where all 3 of them have to talk about how surprised they are to see that you don't realize that they're
underhanded methods.
your fellow personifications of video game consoles.
You're mistaken. They did help
Nobody else
us
gets
out,
it either.
but we would never lie about getting poisoned.
Even though
We're only helping them because
they
helped us.
in world have, celebrity status as what they are
The Basilicom
in
did
both
not
their
help.
magical
The
girl
Archbishop
and
the
regular
Evangelist
forms.
both work very hard for me. This beautiful,
But no, we gotta have these
peaceful
question mark
this is all the
fights.
proof I need.
And I think the reason we have to have them
Intend to or not,
is
you're assisting in
for
destroying
the
that
bestiary
peace.
listing.
I will make you understand.